And ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another live stream. Welcome in. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to come in. I'm going to tweet out the link here. And we are joined by Austin Hilton. Austin and I just connected yesterday, and here we are doing a live stream. Austin, maybe just introduce yourself, overall thoughts, talk about your channel a little bit before we jump into it.
I don't know. I haven't done anything on YouTube. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
He's crazy. He's an awesome YouTuber. He does content on Shiba and Doge. Closing in on 60K subscribers too.
Yeah. Today I should cross 60,000. No, I was kidding, of course. So yeah, no, I've been creating content here on YouTube for about 3 or 4 months. Obviously, it's crazy how the channel's blown up. Been covering crypto for about 6, 7 weeks. I'm a 30-year stock guy, and really, guys, one of the reasons I hooked up with Zach is that we approach creating content for you guys, our viewers, very similarly. We want to cover these cryptos in the good times and the bad times. Y'all know that we're in a pretty bad down cycle right now. We're going to talk about that today, and it's one of those deals where I think our duty to you guys as content creators is to bring you the information in the good times and the bad, because frankly, probably right now when we are down is the time when y'all really need the most content, when y'all really need to know, what's going on. Because like guys like Zach and I, we're out scouring the net looking for the latest and greatest info on SHIB and Doge and all the other big other cryptos, and that's really how I see that's the value, So that's what I got to say on that.
Yeah, no doubt. And welcome in everybody. If you're new here, we're joined by Austin Hilton here. And Tori, how you doing in chat? Okay, guys, what's up? Seen some of Austin's videos. So there you go. Tori's been over on your channel. Austin, something we talk about here all the time on the stream is just like kind of this long-term mindset, right? Like, can you talk about that? Like, especially during times of, disarray when the market's down. A lot of people, especially new to the space, maybe panic sell, right? They hit that sell button. They say, oh, this isn't for me. It's not going well. But just talk maybe a little bit how volatile, stocks and crypto can be in the long-term plan.
Wow, how long do we have? I could talk about that for 2 hours. I'm not going to do that, I promise. The long-term, here it is. I think number one, you need to be diversified. Number one, you don't need all your money in crypto. You don't need all your money in stocks. You got to be on both sides of the proverbial fence. But here's the thing. I mean, right now we have a tremendous amount of short selling pressure going on. We got a lot in the overall market, Bitcoin, et cetera. And I would think that right now it's hard to be sitting in your house, your condo, your apartment, and you're like, what the heck's going on? Should I just get out? And here's how what I teach, and show on my channel, and Zach does as well, is that I'm not a day trader. I'm not a swing trader. That's not who I am. I applaud those people because, I can't do that. So
I'm with you.
what I do, yeah, man, what I do is I look for the dips. I look, and I buy on those dips. Stocks, crypto, they're the same. And I'm a long-term holder. Now, wrapped in that long-term hold, one of the things I teach in my channel and things like that, and I know Zach talks about this as well, is that let's say you put $500 into Doge today, just for discussion's sake. All right. Well, the day you go into Doge or insert any crypto name here, the day you go in and you put 500 or 100, whatever your amount is, you need to have a plan, and that plan should encompass, okay, A, how am I going to get my original 500 back? Okay, and B, what's my long-term strategy? So what I like to do, and I've seen this time and time again, you go back and you look at some of the bigger crypto channels here on YouTube, and there's some amazing ones, and they'll talk about, quote, take profits along the way, right? And what they're really saying is, don't buy $500 worth of Doge today and then just don't expect to not do anything with it over time. Try to get that $500 back as Doge continues to rise and profit. Start gradually pulling a little bit out to pull your initial investment out, and then you're playing with the house money, to use my Vegas analogy. That's how I envision it. It's one of those situations, guys, where you've got to have a plan, and that could be as simple as that, And then you're like, all right, I got my $500 back out now. Now I've got however much as Doge continues to rise, and just use it as an example, right? Just have a plan for maybe even an exit strategy from there. Okay, when Doge, I bought in at 30 cents, I get my 500 back along the way, and okay, I'm going to exit when Doge hits $1 or $1.50. That's really it. That's how I've traded stocks, guys, for years. Momentum stocks, momentum plays, things like that. My point, and I'll sum up with this, is the day you go in, have an idea of how and when are you going to get your original investment back, and then B, have an exit number. I'm going to exit when it hits $1, $2, whatever it is. That kind of takes a lot of the emotional anxiety and energy out of it. Now, I'll say all that with everything I just said. When we're in a time right now, it sucks. When we're in a time right now, you're kind of like, we're just kind of treading water, and we're just kind of doing what we're doing. So that's a long-winded answer to your question.
No, I love it, man. And here's the thing, like you said there right at the top, I mean, we feel the same. So, always stressing a long-term strategy, always stressing an exit strategy. When are we going to get out of this trade? And just want to jump in chat real quick. Hey, what's up, Red Sox? How you doing? Mr. Big Fox, welcome back. Jam Van Carter, hey, how you doing? Oh, you've got a Patreon member in here, Cyclone538. So he's hanging out in chat. So there you go.
He needs to be over in the Discord, hitting everybody up over there. I don't know.
Yeah, Cyclone, spread the message over there and get some more minds in here. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. But yeah, Austin. So just talk a little bit about maybe the state of Shiba Inu. Let's get into the specifics here with SHIB, and I'll scroll down here on CoinMarketCap as you kind of talk, and I'll pull up the charts.
Yeah. Well, again, how long do you have, right? Shiba. I just put up a Shiba video this morning, guys, and so it went live about 37 minutes ago, and Zach and I were talking about that, before we went up. Here's the thing. Take a deep breath, right? Okay, so for SHIB, I would say, well, okay, let me back up.
Let me stop you one sec, Austin. Somebody in chat said if you could turn up your volume just a hair, if that's possible.
Just did.
All right, sweet.
And I'll move my microphone. Here, I'll just talk like this. How are you?
I hear you fine, but we got to give the people what they want.
Is that good? Check the audio. Are we good? Okay.
Yep, it's good on my end.
All right, I would tell you this. Shiba, it's my opinion, right here, right now, with Shiba, where we're at in the current state of the union, it is not a Shiba problem, okay, period. It is an overall, you can look at what Zach's showing on his screen. I've got it up on another monitor so I can see what he's showing. You can see what Zach's got on his screen. It is a overall market condition problem. That's what this is. And a problem is not even the right word. It's everything, look at the 24-hour, look at the 7 days. Everything is red. And I found a piece of information this morning I put into my video where it talks about the fact that where Dogecoin goes, Shiba tends to go. I did side-by-side trading view charts, and you know how Zach, Doge was moving down, right? And in the last about 8 hours, Doge just started going sideways. Okay. I looked at the exact same thing with Shiba. Shiba was going down, and Shiba has started now moving sideways in the last 7 or 8 hours. So effectively, Doge and Shiba are kind of, they're kind of interconnected, and right or wrong, it is what it is, right? And that's really what I would say. So I guess I'm going to sum up with this: is that Shiba's down right now and will possibly continue down if the overall number one crypto market continues to be in the red, which I think it will be for a while. And guys, Zach and I've talked about this at length, is that the overall market is just not that great right now, and especially Dogecoin is exactly the Dogecoin's down like 16% in the last 7 days. So that's it. We're waiting on Shiba Swap, all that kind of stuff, and we need catalysts. But here's what I would say, and I'll end on this note. I think if Shiba Swap came out today, I don't necessarily believe that Shiba would massively bounce right back right now. I don't think that would happen because I think there's pressure on the overall market. A lot of retail money, like us, like retail investors, have left the market. That's what I would say.
Yeah, great stuff. And welcome in everybody in the chat. Catherine, hey, how you doing? Penny, hey, another Patreon member there. What's going on, Penny? Steve, the Canadian mainstay here on the live stream. How you doing? Morning, guys. Another beautiful day in the crypto land. Any thoughts on the Shiba? Any thoughts on if Shiba will gain another zero before it rebounds? I always say I don't have a crystal ball, but What do you think?
You stole that from me. I say that all the time. I don't have a crystal ball. Um, well, we've got to get. We're at like, and you guys know, watch my videos. I always do the little analogy. This is the 10 spot. This is the 100 spot. This is So we're in the six. I haven't looked at it this instant. We were in the six in the millionth spot is where we're at. If you want to.
I think we're in the fives now. So if I scroll down here, we're still dropping. We're down 30% here in the 7-day, 5942 level right now, which it's getting a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just said it. I think that we can go. I think that we can and will go lower. I think SHIB will go lower because Doge is going lower because everything else is. I mean, guys, look at the screen. I mean, you're seeing the video, of course. It's weird. I'm looking at Zoom on my left. I'm looking at the screen on the right. But I mean, everything is bleeding red. I mean, but I know we're going to flip this in a minute and we're going to talk about this, but this could be a shopping opportunity as well, right? I mean, it's hard as hell to do, but buying on the dips, buying when we're down is when you should be buying, I mean, so yeah, I mean, do I think here's what I would say, and I'll end on this note and give it back to you. I think we've got more room to go down, but do I think it's going to drop into the basement? No. What I would tell you guys is watch Dogecoin and Shiba. Those two charts similarly are acting very, very, very similar. And that's what I got.
Great stuff. One Day Be Good. Hey, how you doing? Hello, Austin and Zach. Hello, One Day. Welcome into the chat. Guys, if you're new here, welcome in. Make sure you like and subscribe, especially if you're getting some value here. Austin and I just connected yesterday, so we're doing the live stream here today. Day Silva, hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Any thoughts on why they're stalling Shiba Swap? We'll get to that in just 1 minute. Sal, hey, how you doing? Is it all over for Shiba? Well, we're kind of talking about that right now. Austin says probably not. We're just going to see some more lows before we come back. Got to start investing in a crystal ball, Ven Carter says. Which, yeah, that could be a good bet. Nate Eberhardt, love the chat. Any thoughts on Algorand and a recent news on their new contract? So we'll try to get some of these questions answered. We'll try to keep up with everything. Jin Kim, I'm interested in Shiba. Should I buy now or wait a few more days? That's another tough question.
Let's take that one.
Okay.
All right. That one.
All right.
Because I've got Patreon members that are asking me the same. Here's the thing. Okay. I think we may go lower. And so again, what I said earlier, right? Pick a number. If you're going to put money into SHIB, number one, I say this all the time. Zach does too. Don't put money in SHIB that you cannot afford to lose. I am not slamming Shiba in that statement. I say that about Dogecoin. I say that about only put money in you can afford to lose, okay? Because there you go. Okay, now, beyond that, pick a number. Like you just said, Zach, we're at like 5.9, right? Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yep.
So maybe you're like, all right, if you're, number one, money you can afford to lose. If you're like, hey, you want to enter at 5.9, we may go a little bit lower. So maybe, maybe pick 5.5 or 5.7 as your entry point, or, go put a buy order in and just kind of set a level. But know that it's going to be a rocky ride because it just is right now. And we've got to get catalysts coming. And again, where Shiba's going to follow what happens with the overall market. And I think, so I'm wrapping the Shiba thing in the overall market condition is that I think the overall market is going to continue to be rocky and rough for the next at least 7 to 10 days. And I mean, I think that it could go longer. We got to get pressure off of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The shorting guys have got to go away, get the hell out, etc. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's what I would say.
No, I think that's great. And, we talked about that data mesh. I know you've talked about it in some videos. A couple members here in the live chat have mentioned it to me. And you and them have kind of put me onto that website. So anybody out there listening, it's a really good resource, data mesh. You can see, who's longing Bitcoin, who's shorting Bitcoin, as well as some other assets like Ethereum, like a Cardano, like a Litecoin. So really good resource and something I'm going to add to my daily reading material, if you will. So any other thoughts on that, the data mesh?
Somebody said my volume is still low. I'm going to turn it up all the way. I'm turning my volume up all the way. I got to get a new speaker, but I need a microphone. I'm going to do that. But anyway, I just turned it up to my peak. Okay. I apologize. What was the question? I'm sorry, Zach.
Oh, just talking about like data mesh and just how cool that is to kind of add to your reading material for.
Yeah, if you want to, can you pull it up in a window there? Can you
Yeah,
add another window real quick?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so now,
I'll pull it up and pull it over here.
yeah, so yeah, so what guys, what Zach's pulling up is a website that, frankly, I'm the first to give credit. I saw Meet Kevin talk about it. I love his content. I mean, here's the other thing, guys. All of us YouTube creators, we all watch each other's stuff.
No
So
doubt.
Meet Kevin turned me on to this, and I had heard about it before that, but I saw him do a great video on it, and I'm like, this is some of the best content that I've ever seen, specifically related to kind of looking at the overall market condition. And click on the 90-day link there, if you would,
Yep.
Zach, and then that'll give you an idea of kind of what is going on in the overall market conditions. Yeah, click on 90-day. There you go.
Just
So
try to load this up.
yeah. So hold on, wait till you get that. Hey, you got no internet.
Yeah,
That's
that's not good. At least we're still live. I don't know how that. Okay, here we
yeah,
go.
that's weird.
Loading up a little bit. Mark Jansen in chat. Hey, how you doing? Does someone know how to deposit Shiba on the MetaMask wallet? Getting those questions a lot. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of waiting. I'm going to hold my Shiba right now until Shiba Swap comes out. I know a lot of people are saying, there's some fees associated depending on where you have it. I have mine over at crypto.com. I'm just going to hold it, hold steady, wait to see what Shiba Swap looks like. At least that's the way I'm handling it. Your guest volume is very low compared to yours. Okay, so I think we've got that figured out. Steve, we're trying to get there. Stubbs, again, guys. This is the first time doing something like this, so there's going to be some rocky bumps here. So we're taking a risk here, trying things out. So glad you're hanging out with us. Drew says get the likes up. I agree with him. Appreciate you, Drew. So let's see here. Just want to make sure I get caught up here. It's better. Okay, if we don't have to. Now they're saying I should turn my volume down to match. Right, we'll figure it out. Deep Ground says, okay, cool. Should we keep our Shiba Inu exchange or trade to wallets? Do you have any thoughts on that about external wallets? I know we've got data mesh up here too.
You talking about like Nano Ledger and stuff, or you talking about like MetaMask and stuff like that?
They're asking particularly MetaMask.
I kind of tend to, I here's the thing. I mean, we could all have 8 wallets and be on, have holdings on crypto and Binance and Coin. I mean, which, and I was talking about this in my private group the other day. It's crazy how many exchanges and Pancake Swap and all this stuff. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Kind of like you said earlier, I don't have a pro or a con feeling about, MetaMask, stuff like that, but Trust Wallet, those guys, I think you need them for certain conditions. What I see is that, especially with these brand new coins, coming out, the ICOs, right? You've almost got to, you got to buy it over on like a Pancake, and you almost got to have like a Trust Wallet or something like that to kind of facilitate the process. I don't have a positive or negative feeling about it. To me, that's more of like the logistics that are kind of, frankly, a pain in the ass on the backside of how you move crypto around and all that kind of stuff. I try to keep it as simple as possible.
I'm with you, man. Yeah, I'm with you. I hold most of my stuff over on Coinbase Pro, and I really like it there, as well as I trade stocks on Webull, and Webull has dipped their toes into the crypto space quite a bit. So you can get Dogecoin over there, you can get the big ones. So they're saying, Zach, your volume is way too loud. I can barely hear your guest. Okay, all right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my volume down. Again, guys, we're trying to work out the kinks here. So I'll turn my volume down. Let us know in chat if that's any better. Okay. Let me know if that's any better. Please voice volume up. Okay. Bitcoin, welcome to the stream. Ellie Cross, welcome. Got silver, collecting coins. I transferred 74 million from crypto.com to MetaMask. Got charged 5 million sheep. So that's another thing going on. People are getting charged pretty penny, and I have mine over on crypto. So you know what I'm doing, Austin? I'm holding.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Yeah.
But hey, let's go back to data mesh. Sorry, we kind of got sidetracked there.
No, but that whole thing is that's insane. You got 75 million and you got charged 5 million SHIB. I mean, I realize that I don't know what 5 million SHIB is, right? It depends what you bought it for, but I mean, it's not. I mean, it's like that would be. Don't do math in public, right? What's 5 million times 30? I don't know.
Less than $100, right?
Yeah, but it's still expensive. It's still, well, yeah, it's still expensive. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, don't get me started about like Ethereum gas fees and all that kind of stuff. It's absolutely ludicrous, what's going on there, which I know that's a whole other thing. All right. So anyway, guys, what Zach's got up on his screen was I'll give you my 1 minute overview and then I'll turn it back over to you, Zach. I mean, basically, this to me is one of the best free websites you guys can ever use. Datamish.com. I don't know where they get that's kind of an interesting name, datamish.com. And then when you get there, I saw that Zach did a video yesterday. Zach likes to look 24-hour, 1 hour. I'm old school. I like to look 90 days and I never change it. So he's got 90 days. So basically, what you see there is you see the price, the current price, the longs of 47,117, and he's got the shorts at 19,070. So if you scroll down a little bit and show that chart right there is showing the green line going up is the number of long positions. The white graph is the number price of Bitcoin falling, and the red graph line in the bottom is the number of shorts. All it really showing you, I'll cut to the point, is that back on May 17th, when we had a major spike in the shorting of Bitcoin, which was people basically betting against Bitcoin. They make money when Bitcoin goes down. Bitcoin dropped from in the 50,000s to the 30,000s, period. That's it. That's what you see. Then you see, fast forward to the red spike on the right, you see a new spike up to almost 19,000. Frankly, I'm surprised that Bitcoin hasn't dropped below 30,000 because I kind of expected it. Because I mean, our previous spike was 11,000, now it's 19,000. So let's wrap this up into a real nice, pretty bow. This to me, this one graph shows the main reason, one of the main reasons the entire crypto market is flat and down right now. Period. End of story. Okay, so that's what I got to say. Zach, I'll turn it back over to you.
Cool, man. Yeah, we're still trying to figure out this audio, so I got you turned back up. So people in chat can help us out there. Okay, now we're getting some thumbs up. So hopefully we're figuring this thing out. Thanks so much for working through this with us. We'll get better with it the more we do it. So Hector, what's going on? Danny, how you doing?
Is it Zoom? You wonder? I don't know.
Yeah, I looked into system preferences here on Zoom too. Let me see here. See if we can figure something out.
All the way up.
Okay. Yeah, so do I.
This is the same microphone that I use to record all my videos, so I know that's not an issue.
Yeah, so same here. Okay, well that works. All right, we'll see if that's any better. You know what? One thing I'll try. Let me try this. I'll take my headphones out, and we'll see if that does anything.
Okay.
So we'll try that.
That definitely just got louder to me.
Okay, let's try that, guys. Is that any better? Zach, either turn yours down or get up a lot more. Okay, great content.
Turn your volume down just a little bit.
Okay.
Because but I felt like it just got louder.
Okay.
Yeah, much better. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, good. That was good. Much better. Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to roll with that. Perfect. I'm getting a lot of much better. Good. Okay, so if you really like that switch, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Great stuff. Bitcoin. Hey, how you doing? New way of better. Good. Blackjack, much better. Good. Mark Jansen says much better. One of our admins here. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Mark's all the way in Norway, I believe. So we've got a couple admins here from Norway and Germany in here. Building a really nice community. I know, Austin, you've already got a nice global community too. It's super cool just seeing how global this movement has got with Doge and with crypto as a whole.
What's funny is I've been around crypto for a while, but I was absolutely a stock guy. I was 30 years stock, and I was used to market close and market open. When I came into crypto at first, I'm like, what the hell is this? This stuff never stops, I was used to Monday through Friday for stocks, and so it's been cool to see that it's number one, it's 24/7, including Saturdays and Sundays, and what it really has created, to your point, is a global community. And guys, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek behind the curtain for Zach and I as creators here on YouTube, is that we make videos sometimes and we'll launch them at night because we got people that are in Australia and worldwide. I apologize. You hear the dogs, my attack dogs running by. It's cool that we are global. I launched my Patreon thing. That's not a plug for Patreon, mind. And here's why I'm saying this. I launched it. I had like 40 people that have joined so far, and I would tell you that probably 60 to 70% of them are not in the United States. They're in Norway, and they're in Netherlands, Scotland. It's cool. It's crazy. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll be the one to plug your Patreon. Make sure you guys go check that out. How can they do that? Just kind of search on Patreon, Austin Hilton?
I'm not letting anybody else join. No, anybody who's watching this is not allowed to join at all, period. No.
Well, there you go. You missed out on an opportunity. So.
Yeah, it's already closed, man. It's done. Now, if you guys are interested, just go over to my channel. It's if you want to find me, just go on YouTube, type in my name, Austin Hilton. Yes, that is my name. I promise that's not a pseudonym. Type in Austin Hilton, you'll find my channel, and then just click on one of my videos, and you'll see a link to it if you're interested. So yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, a lot of people from India in the chat too. What's up, Bitcoin? How you doing? De Silva says, "What's up, homies? What's up, De Silva?" Sal says, "I think it's going down a bit more." Speaking of sheep, we'll go back over and leave it on here. So yeah, 5951 right now, Sal. It's kind of been hovering below 6. For a while there, we were talking about on my last few videos, if we would break that 6.3 level, which we seem to have some support before this latest dip, it could go all the way down to the 0.4 level. At least, historically, that's what we've seen. And I've mentioned in the last couple recent updates, if it gets down to the 0.4 level, I might then add to the position. I'm only carrying 30 million sheep, guys, so it's not something I'm putting my entire portfolio in. And Austin, I know you stress this too. And it's so important though. It's so crucial. Only invest what you're willing to lose. I love the community. I love how this thing has took off, and I love the future outlook of it, and that's why I'm invested in it. But it's not one of my huge holdings. I'm not going to put thousands and thousands of dollars in this, at least right now. Just your thoughts there?
I agree completely. I mean, I haven't mentioned this in a recent video, but I've talked about this at length. And so for your audience, here's what I would say. Number one, I think everybody, if you're going to be in the crypto market, everybody should own some Bitcoin. Everybody should own some Ethereum. No, you don't have to go spend $35,000 to buy one Bitcoin. You can buy $50 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever it is. My point of saying that, number one, is off the mountain to start off, is that I firmly believe that Bitcoin is going to be crazy, crazy hot. And again, I'm talking long term, okay? I'm not talking about next week or next month. I tend to view crypto like I view stocks, is that it's a long-term play, okay? So right now, even though we're in the heart of kind of this kind of really not good time, the market's down, the crypto's down, yada, yada, yada. I mean, I'm not too stressed. I mean, guys, I look at my portfolio, it's all red. It sucks. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. But I'm not stressed because I'm looking at it long term. Now, with all that said, I think you need to diversify is what I'm saying. Okay, so you need to have some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, Cardano. We can talk more about this as well. XRP, I want to talk about XRP. Somebody told me that XRP is going to be delisted. Is that because of the SEC thing? Which I heard about that, and I'm like, what? I don't believe that. So I want to chat about that in a little bit, but anyway.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll definitely get there because I've been saying some things on the channel too, and I definitely want to get
I want to dive into that. I literally want to go look at that and see if there's anything to that, because I'm like, what the hell? Anyway,
yeah,
okay.
We could definitely do that.
So I agree completely, Zach, and for whoever asked the question, is should you buy some Shiba? Sure. Put some money into Doge. Diversify. Buy some freaking stocks. If you're not in stocks, go buy some Tesla, some EV, some whatever. And if you don't want to buy into individual stocks, I'm telling you right here now, buy some index funds. If you don't know what the hell an index fund is, I think I have a video from like 3 months ago where I explain it. I think I do. I don't know. I think I do. Index funds are an easy way to put money into stocks, and you don't have to own the individual stocks. It's just like you buy into a fund that tracks to an index like the S&P 500. Anyway, I could talk about that for an hour, so I'll quit. All right.
No worries. I just want to catch up on chat too, because we got over 100 people in here right now. Appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you don't know Austin, you should. Make sure you follow him over there on his channel as well. Give him a subscribe. He's got a lot of great content out there on Dogecoin, as well as Shiba Inu, Cardano, and all things crypto right now. So a great subscribe over there. So if you're not already doing that, make sure you do that.
But after the live stream, right? We don't want to lose anybody right now. After the live stream, go check out his content. Vaughn says, get ready for a listing on one of the big three. Maybe we can address that here in just a few. I just want to get up on the chat a little bit, but I think he's talking about, a Robinhood listing and what it would do to SHIB, a Coinbase listing, something to that magnitude. When will Shiba Swap come out? Crypto Sweden. As Austin says, and as we both say, we don't have a crystal ball, my friend, but we are waiting. We are patiently waiting for Shiba Swap. Got to go, but thanks for the info, Jam. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Armand, welcome in, man. Appreciate having you in here as another moderator. Always do a great job for us. Appreciate that, Armand. Thanks so much. Fifi says, love you both. Love right back, Fifi. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, I know Austin. He's the reason I'm here. There you go. Mad4 says...
He's one of the main members of my group. He's cool.
There you go, man. So... That's awesome, man. Welcome in, Mad4. Nicole, hey, how you doing? I've seen you in here before. Thanks. I have 300 million SHIB, 400 million SafeMoon, and chunks of several others, including BTC and ETH, Terra Luna, and a few others. That's kind of what we're talking about. Diversifying it a little bit is definitely a good move. I want to get your thoughts on this too, Austin. I always say, I like to diversify, but there is such thing, in my opinion, as over-diversifying. Thoughts on that?
Yeah. That's wow. That's a damn good question. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give your guys my list of my top 7 or 8 kind of stable coins, right?
Love it. So if you want to hear this, guys, make sure you like up the stream. We're getting the top 7, top 8 stable coins right now from Austin.
So the ones that I love these are the ones that I have in my Austin portfolio, but these are ones that I'm adding into my other portfolio that I'm building for my members. Is that you got your Bitcoin. Now, let's just count them: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and I'll tell you the reason I love Cardano. Cardano, this whole Ethereum killer crap, which I don't buy into, but I love I love that Cardano was created by the co-founder of Ethereum. I love where they're going. And I don't care if Cardano does or doesn't get as big as Ethereum, but the reason Cardano was built from the ground up, the use case, Cardano. That's 3. 4 would be Polygon, similar kind of, again, another environment, built by developers for developers. So you've got a lot of DeFi stuff going up on Polygon. So that's 4. I love Litecoin. I think Litecoin is undervalued. I know that the price point, Litecoin, I don't even know what it's trading at now. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I know it's not like $1, right? But Litecoin's more. But I like Litecoin. That's 5. XRP I actually like. But we'll dig into that here in a minute. I'm trying to think. If you show me can you back out of that? Just go to CoinMarketCap because I know I'm having a brain fart on the rest of them. Dogecoin.
No problem. Yep.
Dogecoin. I mean, there's people who would say that Dogecoin is not a quote stable coin because it's never hit $1. I think that's bull. I like Dogecoin for completely different reasons than I like Cardano. I think people should have a little bit of Dogecoin, the meme coin thing, all that kind of stuff. Scroll down a little bit, would you?
Yep.
Here's the thing. I don't personally own any of Polkadot, but I like what they're doing, and I'm looking at digging into Polkadot a little bit more. So I think I'm at 6. Keep going down a little bit. One more, keep going. I'm looking at Uniswap.
I love Chainlink as we're scrolling down here. That's one of my favorites.
I like Chainlink. I do like Chainlink, and some of the Solana I'm interested in. Theta I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm.
ICP, what the hell happened to them? I've never owned them, but man, they just went. VeChain, VeChain. So that's probably about my 7 or 8, and then. But I want to go back to your question about kind of over diversification.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. There's a crypto there's adult oriented cryptos, which I had to laugh the first time I said, have you seen those?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, there is. There's which I'm not going to say, this is a G-rated stream, right? But there is cryptos that are built for adult industry websites. My point to you is that
yes, I have seen those. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And they usually tend to have names that are,
Yep. Gotcha.
My point is that there's cryptos for everybody. And so I think you should have the bulk, if you're going to have crypto holdings, have the bulk of your money in 7 or 8 of the stable coins like we just talked about. And then have some dry powder on the side, like cash on the side, and every now and then you see an ICO or you see, like I go over on CoinMarketCap a lot and I show the what's new trending, and kind of look at that, and maybe every now and then, for the hell of it, pick up a speculative coin. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got.
Love it. Yeah. One of the ones you mentioned there in that bunch that I'm really keeping an eye on, and I've been mentioning this quite a bit over the past week or so. Problem is, it's just been doing too well. I don't want to buy it when it's high. Theta. That and Theta Fuel. Now, Theta Fuel has dipped a little bit, but when you talk about the NFT space and you look at market cap, Theta has a clear advantage over everyone. At last check, Theta was, now it's a little bit below 8 billion. The next best player in the NFT space is around 1.5 billion. So, I mean, that's a huge gap. Let's talk about NFTs a little bit. What do you think the future outlook of NFTs are?
I think they're here to stay. Well, I was going to ask you, I think you know more about it. Which is the one that has got the licensing deal with like Marvel or somebody? Is that Theta?
It might be Theta. It's one of the big players. I can't remember either. It's either Engine Coin, Theta, or Chili's. But
if anybody watching this, drop in the chat if y'all know. But there was one. It was somebody dropped in on a video. Cards on table. I haven't gotten too far down the NFT road. I get it. I understand it's here to stay. I know we had a bubble. We blew up. Yada yada yada. I get all. But I think here's the thing. I think that they're here to stay. I think that I need to get more knowledgeable about them. And that's really where I'm at. I mean, I think you're probably a little bit more further down the road than I am on NFTs.
Maybe a little bit, but I'm still trying to learn a ton about it too. Quick note on NFTs, though. I don't know if you saw this story come out this morning. The Doge meme NFT just broke the record, sold for $4 million.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
The original Doge NFT. So when you think about that kind of money being thrown around and this thing being so new, I mean, it's insane. I mean, it's crazy.
I don't, and so I'm just going to tell you guys, and I say this, I'm 52 years old. The 52-year-old old man in me looks at that and goes, what the hell? I mean,
what is this?
$4 million for a piece of digital art? Okay.
What are you going to do with that? Right.
What are you going to do with it? You're going to set up a projector and put it up against your wall? I mean, seriously.
I know. I'm with you.
I don't know. I mean, so that's where I haven't quite got my brain around it. There was another story that another one sold. It was like the picture was like a head, and it sold for $11 million.
Crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know.
So I think we're still streaming.
I think it's here to stay. So.
I think we're still streaming. I just lost my browser, but I think we can continue to talk. So I'll pull this back up. Not sure what happened. Browser just kind of cut out.
You're still up. I'm watching it on YouTube. You're
okay.
Still up. We see your desktop, so we see all your folders and all your information.
So there you go. The good thing that people couldn't click on those. But yeah, we'll pull back up CoinMarketCap. Not sure what happened, guys, but bear with us. This first time doing this, and still, this has been a lot of fun already. I could tell this is something people are enjoying too. We're kind of obviously joining forces here to build a community together.
Somebody just said, "You ain't old, Austin. You are wise."
Hey, that's the way to look at it, right? I like it.
Got to make fun of yourself, man. That's what I do.
Hey, that's it. That nobody can tell you nothing.
I think one of your people earlier, I think it's Armand, asked about ETC. I love ETC. I apologize that I skipped over that, guys. Ethereum Classic, man, I'm a fan. I do own some ETC. So I'm sorry, Armand. Thank you for asking that way earlier. That's absolutely one of those stable coins that should be in that. I think that should be in kind of a baseline of everybody's portfolio. All
right, so this point might get us over to 200 concurrent viewers because I do not like ETC. Sell me on it.
Oh shit! You're asking me to really dive.
Well, I mean, why do you like it? I mean, because for me,
no. It's your stream. Why do you not like it?
So with me, it's the fork, obviously, it was the original Ethereum, and they kind of broke it off because it got hacked, right? And I know that was a long time ago, and things have changed in the 3 to 4 years in crypto, and I think it has gotten more secure because you're hearing less and less of that. But something just it's unsettling, you know, when things like that happen. A lot of people lost a lot on it, and I just think with Ethereum now and what their solutions are for Ethereum 2.0 moving forward, I'm already staking my ETH, so I guess I'm a little bit tied to ETH. So I guess in looking into the future, I believe in the proof of stake model. And,
I agree.
And it's going to be hard for ETH Classic. I mean, maybe they transition there, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong here. I mean, it's all opinions. We're trying to figure things out. But this is honestly good. This is a point of maybe disconnect here where we disagree, and that could be that makes good TV, right?
All right, you swayed me. I'm done. I'm done with Ethereum Classic. That was actually very, very well said. I have to golf clap. I'm aware of everything you just said. I get, and I look at it more. Okay, so number one, I agree. Staking ETH, everything you just said. Yes, I looked at it, and the reason I like it is just more of the overall investment. It's a coin that's been around for 1 million years in the crypto world, and I'm just kind of looking at it. And I don't have a ton, by the way. I don't have a lot of it, and so I'm looking at it more of just like, hey. I almost kind of look at it as kind of a hedging my bet scenario. You know, I've got ETH, I've got Ethereum Classic. I know they're completely different scenarios. So I didn't buy it for the technical reasons you just laid out. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it was more of like, okay, I want 7 or 8 or 9, 10 stable coins in my portfolio. Check the box. I've got ETC. And kind of move on. That's really, frankly, where I'm at. From a technical discussion, I agree with you 1,000,000%. Okay, I think that Ethereum is the wave of the future. We got to get the next version where we move to the all that stuff with Ethereum. But again, to juxtapose that, that's why I like Cardano and Polygon, right? Is that they're startups. That's not the right word, but you get the point. That they're the other games in town. I'm a big fan of like in the stock world, like EV stocks, like NIO and Tesla and XPeng and XPeng, and I like to, if I'm going to go in there, I like to have a little bit of all of the competitors. That's kind of what you hear me saying.
Speaking of NIO, because I also own NIO, they had a nice little run this past week. That was nice to see. CCIV made a nice little run. Fisker. Fisker
I had quit looking at my portfolio for a while, and I went over there and I'm
Me
like,
too,
wow,
brother. Me
all
too.
right, this is cool.
I know,
And
these past couple months, man.
Shout out to StockMo. Guys, if Mo's not here, but if y'all want to follow the guy on stocks on YouTube, StockMo, and I like him because he's older than me. I'm kidding. StockMo's great. Go check him out because he's the guy.
Right. No doubt, and I think we can both fairly say that he inspired both of us to kind of start this whole thing. And StockMo, tremendous. He's huge in the EV space too, and always has some great insight, great knowledge. Who knows? Maybe one day we do a live chat with StockMo.
Oh, he's too big for us.
Yeah, but you know what? He does respond to me on Twitter quite often too. So I've got.
It's funny. You do more on Twitter. I literally when I launch a video, I throw it up on Twitter, and that's it. I couldn't even. Here you go, old man comment coming. I literally don't know how to go onto Twitter and respond to somebody.
Hey man, for the lack of Twitter followers, you make it up tenfold over on YouTube. So hey,
I'm all in on YouTube, right? I'm the first person to laugh at myself, man. So it is what it is.
Hey, here's one for you, and we're going to get to some questions in chat, too. And if you see something you want to jump to, I know a lot going on in chat right now. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe. Austin's got a video out, just came out about 45 minutes ago on Dogecoin. Make sure you check that out in a little bit. Speaking of Doge, does it get to $1 by the end of 2021? If not, does it ever get to $1, and when does that happen? Take it out, and you can spend time with this.
Just go, right?
Yep.
You got to go to the bathroom or something? You just want me to talk and while you leave?
Not yet, but eventually I probably will.
Okay. Dogecoin. So there was 4 questions in there. So yeah. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. Right? We've got to get some market catalysts going on. Shiba Swap. I'm sorry. Coinbase. Yeah. Sorry, brain fart. Coinbase. Yeah, that already happened.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that real quick. Coinbase pulled a fast one on us, right? Meaning they had told us originally that we were going to get listed like 7 weeks out, right? And then they came in and quietly, so all of us YouTubers were talking about that, and they quietly came in, what was it, a week or two ago, 10 days ago, what was it now, or whatever it was, something like that. They quietly listed it. They made a PR press release, and then they listed it they listed it. They're right?
Yeah.
And it was the pro version first, and then .com, etc. My point to you is specifically talking about Dogecoin, and we were all waiting for that catalyst, right? We were waiting for that listing, and we were all talking about we were going to have the run up to that catalyst. Well, Coinbase did a rug pull. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that they did it faster, so we didn't have a run up from a price per Dogecoin coin run up, which I don't know was a bad thing or a good thing. But the long and the short of it is that was a major catalyst that was out there that happened and just kind of didn't really turn into anything. Okay?
Right.
That's really what I'm talking about, specifically the price point of the price. And so the long and the short of this is that if we take the pressure off the overall market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, we start to get back to green, which we will. I firmly believe that Dogecoin could absolutely be $1 by the end of the year. And for those of you guys who follow me on my channel, here's why. There's 3 reasons I love Doge. We have the Doge Army, millions of people around it that hold and have continued to hold and continue to buy more. That's number 1. Number 2, we have the whole media / celebrity factor that Dogecoin is the only coin out of 10,000 plus cryptos that has that media / celebrity factor, and you cannot discount that. In fact, that's a major asset. It kind of like Tiger Woods when he came into the golf world. For those of you guys who play golf, you kind of get you kind of like it's the kind of the similar thing. Dogecoin has become the darling of the media industry, and so the media loves to, because here's why. Because when they write an article about Dogecoin, it generates interest, it gets eyeballs, which takes people to their website, they sell advertising. Let's just call it what it is.
Exactly.
Right? And so the net of that is that Dogecoin has become, it's meant when a Bitcoin Ethereum article comes out, they talk about Doge. So we'll always have that media factor, and I think that will help to push ultimately the price of Doge up. The third thing that's in its infancy is Doge as a currency that people will use for actual transactions. We got to get Robinhood Wallet and make it easier for people to be able to use their crypto. Those are the 3 main reasons. So I'm going to wrap up with this. So yes, I think that Doge absolutely could hit $1 by the end of the year. I know there's circulation and market cap and all those kind of things, but I think Doge can. I think even though Doge hasn't hit $1, I consider Doge a stable coin. I do. Okay. And I think will we go down in the short term? Yeah, probably, just because of everything we've already talked about. But I think it could be $1 by the end of the year. What are your thoughts?
I do too. And I think, we look at that last catalyst. It was kind of one of those buy the rumor, sell the news, which we've seen that a lot lately. Especially we saw that with Lucid, CCIV, when they came public. And I think with Doge, you've obviously got the richest man in the world talking about it all the time, which I know a lot of people are kind of giving Elon a lot of flack right now, but I think overall that's a net positive for crypto and for Dogecoin and for Bitcoin. When you have somebody like that with that kind of influence talking about those sort of things, I think it helps. And I think, the other thing.
I want to say something. Hold on. I do want to, before you move off of Elon, because I think you bring up a valid point. You either love him or you hate him. Right. I think he is here's the thing. When he talks, when he tweets, the media freaking pick it up. And I don't care if you hate the man or you love the man. Yes, I know he's cost people money. I'm not minimizing that. I've lost money on Bitcoin because of some of the crap that he said. I'm not minimizing it. I'm simply stating though, and should he be the ambassador or not? No, I'm not necessarily saying it, but there's no one else stepping up.
Right. So
I want to say this and then I'll end. I don't care how you feel about the man, but the fact that when he talks / tweets, the media listen.
100%. 100%.
And he has the power to damage crypto. He has the power to lift it up. I think that overall he loves crypto.
Yes.
And I think that overall he will do more good long term than bad.
Agreed 100%.
So I'm sorry to interject, but that's what I wanted to say. So keep going.
No, I couldn't agree more with that. And just want to catch up and chat real quick. Hey, Jasmine, how you doing? Eric, welcome back. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Joel, welcome into the stream. Julio, hey, how you doing? Madhu, we've got some people from Indonesia, from India, pushing up on 250 concurrent viewers right now, too. So this is awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We've got Austin Hilton here with us. And make sure you guys like up the stream. Especially if you're getting some value here, make sure you go follow Austin if you're not already subscribed to his channel. So De Silva says about Elon, not only the media, but the communities react as well. Whether, I think he's talking about the Sheep community or the Doge community, depending on what he's talking about. So that's a good point there too. But yeah, Dogecoin to $1. I think it happens probably in 2022. And here's why. And again, this is just opinions here, not financial advisor, just entertainment, informational purposes only. But you've got the Doge 1 rocket. As long as that still happens, I think that, is way bigger than the SNL stuff in terms of mass media coverage.
Yes.
I mean, that's going to be insane. So I've been saying ever since he came out and said the Doge 1 rocket is going to space in 2022, Dogecoin has been legitimized, in my opinion. From that statement forward, I think Dogecoin is at least legit until that happens. And the aftermath, I don't think there's going to be a huge fallout. So I think we're going to see a slow run up as everything runs up at some point later this summer. I do think we have a little bit more left in this bull run. Right now it's a struggle. But I think by 2022, I think, I'm not going to say exactly when in 2022, but I think sometime in 2022, we reach $1 on Doge.
I agree, and I'm glad you brought up the rocket scenario. I will flip it, and I will say you alluded to it, but I would say it's a major catalyst media event that is out there for us, and I wish it was sooner, but it is what it is, right? But that's a global, worldwide phenomenon that will happen.
Yep.
And that will be covered globally. And so, here's the thing I would say. If you don't believe in Dogecoin and you're like, you know what, I just want to, put some money into Doge. You could put money into Doge today, not financial advice. You can put money into Doge today. And just that one event, I think off of the hype that will lead up to that, Doge is going to go up, period, in the story.
Yep.
Okay. Will we have a sell-off? I mean, possibly, because, Doge tends to do that. We go up, and then when the event hits, we tend to drop a little bit. Anyway.
Yep. Fam says Doge 1 Rocket has a change of plan. Let us know where you're getting that insight, Fam. I haven't seen anything yet on that. It can change over time. Fam's somebody who's always in here. He always has some great knowledge, too. BitMEX said they're going to send Bitcoin to the moon in November. That's interesting. Armand, one of our moderators, says, thanks to you, Austin, for the fountain of knowledge. The community is very grateful. So appreciate that. Good vibes. What's going on? Help us, guys, from Europe. So we got some love from all around the globe. Got 250 people hanging out with us here live. Of course, you can watch the replay if you got to dip out at any time, but hopefully you can hang out with us for a little bit longer. And we're touching and talking about a little bit of everything here. Dogecoin. We've hit on Sheep. I want to come back to Cardano, okay? And I know you've done some videos here on Cardano lately, Austin, and something I'm really, really bullish about, particular to Cardano, really bullish about it when it comes to crypto as a whole, is smart contracts, right? These peer-to-peer transactions that are person-to-person rather than going through that intermediary, which usually is the bank, right? And with Cardano saying they're going to roll out smart contracts in September, do you think by August we see a big pump for Cardano? And I'm going to pull up Cardano chart as you start to talk about it. And what do you think is a good entry point? I know I'm giving you a lot of questions at once. Good entry point, smart contracts, Cardano coming in September. Thoughts?
I saw a piece of content on it. It said August. Yes, it said August for smart contracts. So
okay.
August, September. Again, right? We're going off of what the media coverage is telling us. I think August, September, and smart contracts have been coming forever for Cardano, right? And I think it's a game changer for Cardano. I think that, what's the current price? It's $1.46.
Yep.
Here's how I look at this. Like right now, guys, on Zach's screen, it's Cardano is down 13%. Here's how I look at that. Cardano is at a 13% discount right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from your previous 7-day high. I think that if you believe in Cardano and where it's going to go and in the overall use case and the environment and smart contracts, I think today's a great day. I mean, not today, maybe because we may have a little bit more of a dip with the overall market conditions as you and I have talked about, Zach. But I think right now at these current buying levels, you know, in the $1 to $1.50, 30 range is perfectly fine. What do I think do I think we will rise when smart contracts release? In theory, we should. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a minute.
Sure.
The devil advocate point says Cardano is not as much of an overall kind of crypto media darling as Ethereum is and things like that. It doesn't get covered as much. God love Charles Hoskinson. He's out there talking about it, and as an ambassador, I love the man. But for whatever reason, Cardano doesn't seem to get the same amount of media play. And I'm specifically talking about this in the context of bringing retail investors in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there's definitely some institutional money in Cardano because they get it, et cetera. My point is that I think Cardano is one of the coolest cryptos there is, period, end of story. And with smart contracts, it's a game changer. But are we going to get a massive pump on Cardano when smart contracts release? If we do, it's because of the people that are in the know. Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't necessarily think it's because of the retail, the retail investor coming in is what I'm trying to say. And I don't think it's going to be a massive pump. I hope I'm completely freaking wrong. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because I want it to pump, because I want it to go, because I think it's cool. But that's kind of my opinion. I don't. You don't see what I'm getting at? Do you agree?
Yeah.
This doesn't seem to get the coverage, you know?
I agree 100%. And I think you're right in saying if we see the pump, it'll probably come from the institutional side first. And usually that's what happens, right? The institutions come in, and then the retail investors usually get the news later. Oh, why is this going up? And they usually try to catch it on the way up. People like us and people in our communities, we're going to try to stay afloat of that. And obviously we're a little bit more in the know than your average retail investor looking at crypto. You know, right now it's 40% off the high. It's at $2.46.
Okay.
I think, in my opinion here, with all the hype around Cardano, it's sitting in the fifth spot in terms of market cap. I've been saying this on my channel. And listen, guys, I could be wrong here. So I'm throwing myself out here a little bit, throwing myself to the wolves. But I think later this year, we're going to see Cardano in the top 3. And it won't overtake Bitcoin or Ethereum anytime soon. But it'll be number 3, in my opinion. And I think we're going to see an all-time high closing in on at least $5 for Cardano. Now, again, I'm throwing myself out there, you know, and again, it's just some opinions here. But I think the institutional side, which are already paying close attention to Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think they start paying closer attention to Cardano, especially when the smart contracts roll out. If everything checks out and there's some good press with it, which I think they will, because you alluded to smart contracts with Cardano has taken so long, right? Because they have gone through this whole peer-reviewed process. I mean, they've been working on this, since like 2017, I think?
Yes, it's been
which is insane, really. But with that being said, you would think when this thing rolls out that it's going to be pretty well thought out, well constructed, and ready to roll, quite frankly, right? And if all that checks out, I really think we can get a nice bull run out of Cardano here. And some people in the space who I've heard talk about Cardano even think it could go to $9 or $10. Now,
I want to say something. Did you see? There's another guy, YouTuber, y'all, BitBoy, right?
BitBoy Crypto. That's exactly what I was talking about. And shout out to BitBoy. He's like the leader in the space, so shout out to him too.
But did you see a video he put up the other day? I haven't watched the video. I saw the headline and I opened it, but I haven't watched it. He bought $1 million of worth of Cardano
recently.
Yeah, there's a recent video, and I was like, holy shit! And I didn't mean to cuss.
No.
I was like, and I opened the video and then I had to pause it because I had to go do something, I don't know, and I haven't watched it yet. But he bought $1 million worth of Cardano, so I'm like, that got my attention.
Yeah. Quick thing in chat. This is like off topic, but I think it's hilarious. Elon to the White House and Doge to the moon. Here we go from Jasmine Smith. But a lot of good, funny stuff going on in the chat. But let us know what you think about Cardano. We're closing in on having 300 people in the live chat. Thank you so much, everybody. We continue to grow. And if you guys continue to like up the stream, we'll continue to get more people in here with more great questions. And we add to both of our communities, which we're both, so happy that you stopping by here this morning and hanging out with us. D&M West, so what's the point of that? What's the point of what? Not sure what you're referring to. I see these guys.
I saw that. I think what they were asking was earlier, like Dogecoin to the moon, or is it literally going to go to the moon? What does it mean?
Okay.
I think that's what they were talking about. So I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, and then we're getting some
the rocket thing and all that.
Yeah, it is supposed to be going to the moon, and in 2022, it's either moon or Mars. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember which one. We're getting some flack for not taking some questions. Usually, I'm always in on the chat, but right now, Austin and I are having a great conversation. So there are some moderators in there, and hopefully we can resurface here and get back to some questions. So Tori says, I got on that ADA. I've been big on it since day one, 40 days ago. I've got 300 ADA coins, and it's staked, sitting, waiting on that $10. So he has an exit strategy, which is something we always stress. Waiting on $40. I have seen some forecasts that say $40. Okay, but I think he's saying that he's waiting on that $10, maybe taking some profit from there. International Alliance says, I heard an analysis was selected to make a video of Shiba Swap in action prior to its release. I forgot the person's name, but he is known on YouTube. So I saw something on Twitter about this, that it was like a screen capture of what looked to be Shiba Swap in the works. I don't know if it's legit though, Austin, and I think you and I kind of share a similar kind of understanding with this. I'm not rolling with any of that stuff until it comes from the dev team, until it comes from the official source. I don't want to report on that because I don't want to lose that kind of credibility. We're talking about, go ahead.
Let's talk about Shiba Swap and dev team and anonymity and all that. Because,
sure.
Zach, you have the exact same view of Shiba as I do on my channel. And, guys, we don't sugarcoat it. You guys know from Zach's team, Zach's channel, my channel. I did a video this morning, guys, on Shiba, and it was like, hey, look, right now it's not very good. I talked about, why and all that. But where I'm going with this is that here's what I don't like about SHIB. And, guys, I own SHIB. I like SHIB, but you also got to look at both sides of the coin. I wish we knew who the dev team was. There's been no real concrete, Shiba Swap, when coming. There's no real timeline out there for us, and all that kind of stuff. I don't like that. I don't like that, Satoshi is, anonymous. I get it. I understand all that. But I'm just saying I don't like those things about SHIB. I don't, and I've said that publicly. How do you feel about it, Zach? I wish that we had more clarity.
100%. Yeah, I wish, even if we got something, official word that just said, hey, we're working on things. We don't have a timeline for release, but we're going to keep you up to date once a week.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. But we're not getting that. All indications are that Shiba Swap is still going to be rolled out. I know a lot of people are starting to ask the big question, and we are too. Is this ever going to come out? And here's the thing, guys. I think this is a good time to kind of answer this question because we don't want to avoid it. I know more and more people are stopping by, so that's good. Let's get this message out. We're going to be two YouTubers are going to keep it 100 with you. We're going to keep it straight. And listen, if this thing is, turns out to be, something that never comes to fruition, we'll create content about it. But we're going to continue to talk about other things in the crypto space, whether it be a Cardano, whether it be Dogecoin. And here's the thing. Here's the hoping that doesn't happen, right? Here's the hoping that we don't get duped in that way. But, I think it's important that we at least address that because a lot of people are asking that. What do you think, Austin?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. I've said in my videos, and you can check out the questions and queue them up. There's some other questions coming in.
Yeah.
I've talked about this, guys, at length, and I think here it is. Right here, right now, with all the knowledge and all the information we have, is that I don't think with the knowledge I see now, okay, and I have to say that because that's all we have to go on. I don't think Shiba is a scam. Let's just say the word. I don't think it's a scam. And I think that Shiba Swap is coming with the knowledge, with the information we have. And yes, I've gone out and I've researched it, guys. I know Zach has as well. I've read all the good and the bad about Shiba. But again, I'm going to go back to the fact of only put money into it that you can afford to lose because what happens if it does become that? I don't think it is. I'm not slamming Shiba. I'm not, guys. I mean, but I'm also a realist, and you also gotta look at both sides of the coin. And look, you know, people that are buying into Shiba are buying into it very speculatively, right? They're looking at like, I can spend $100 and get 80 million tokens or whatever it is. I get it. I do get it, and I get why the appeal is there. And so, you know. But right here, right now, I don't think it's a scam. I think that, you know, Shiba Swap's coming with all the information we have. I wish we had more visibility and clarity. I wish we had timelines. We don't. We're not going to get those. And so we have to go. Here's what I would say, and I'm going to end on this note, Zach. We have to go off of the information we have right now.
Right.
And as you and I, as guys who have these audiences, I view it as my what am I trying to say?
Duty.
I view it as my
Duty.
obligation.
Yeah, obligation.
Yeah, my obligation to talk about both sides of that coin and not be a YouTuber who comes on and says Shiba's going to be $3 in the next 10 minutes.
Right.
We all know is complete crap.
Right.
Okay. And so my point is that you've got to come on and you got to be honest about it. You got to say, here's what it is, guys. And like in my videos, Shiba's following Dogecoin. The overall market is down right now. To me, right now, it's not a Shiba problem that Shiba's down right now, right? It's because of all the other market conditions.
Exactly.
So I know we got a lot of questions, so go ahead. I'll turn it back to you.
Yeah, no question. We'll take some questions. We'll take some questions here. DNM West, what kind of question do you have? He said, this sucks. No real answers. I'm out of here. All right, come on, man. We're answering your questions. What do you got? So sorry, I'm looking down at my phone right now. So guys, I just want to know, can I trust Shiba and invest in it or not? I think we're hitting on that right now. How do I make $100 a day in the market? That's an interesting question. Bookie DeLeo, how do you make $100 per day? You want to take that?
I don't know. You stump me with that one. I don't know. Maybe do some staking. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could say this. You know, passive income in the stock market. You know, some dividend stocks, or it'll help you kind of get there.
Yeah, but you have to put a ton of money to be making $100 a day in dividend stocks, right?
Right.
I mean, you know. Probably, okay, here's what I would say. The only way you're going to make $100 a day in crypto or anything is basically by day trading, and you got to know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, good question.
And I'm not a day trader. I'm not a swing trader. I tell you that up front. I applaud those people because, you know, they're buying and selling on such small, you know, movements, right? That's my answer. I got nothing else for you on that, man.
Good stuff. Gary Dawson says, VC says option trading too, which is another good point.
Gary follows my channel. He comments on a lot. Well, I didn't know Gary was here. Good to see you, Gary.
Yeah. I think Gary's been here a couple times. Golden Eagle, thanks for the super chat, $5 super chat. So we'll jump there. Did you guys touch on VeChain yet? And what's your take on these new self-yielding coins? I have, talked about VeChain. I think Austin has on his channel too before. I think they're situated nicely in the supply management area. So they've got a lot of different plans for the future. And you look at their website, you can see 6 to 8 different avenues they want to go into, whether it be in the retail space, which is kind of their number one area, agriculture, and the way I've kind of hit on VeChain is if one of those areas takes off, I think they're going to be situated nicely. So some people would say like maybe they're trying to do too much at once, and I think there's some truth to that. I can see that's that side of the coin, but the reverse side of the coin is, if one of their 8 areas that they have that they're trying to break in, if one of those areas takes off and they revolutionize the blockchain in that way, in one of those particular ways, they have a bright future. Thoughts on VeChain?
It's a stable coin that I like. I really like them. And you did. I mean, like if we were doing a debate, I would go, I have nothing to add, sir. I think that was a really good analysis of VeChain. And I like them. I've always liked them. And that's what I love about crypto is, man, you can like I like Doge for why I like Doge. I like Cardano. And it's cool as hell. That's what I love. When I got into crypto, I'm like, this is cool.
For sure.
You can love Doge for the reasons you love Doge, but also, okay, take your emotion out of it and go buy some Ethereum because it's, for all the reasons we love ETH. We keep getting asked about ICP. I think you covered ICP the other day. I'd like to get, honestly, your take on what the hell is going on. Why is it dropping like a rock? I don't know, because cards on the table, I haven't looked into it, so I'm asking you.
So listen, I don't know everything there is to know about ICP because I was kind of skeptical at first, like why is this in the top 10? What's going on? But from my take, just from reading a little bit about the backstory, I kind of view ICP as anti-crypto. It's kind of like anti-DeFi. It's kind of going against everything that decentralized finance and the blockchain was kind of built on. And maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm just not understanding it. And that could be completely the case. But I think maybe, the hype train, maybe some of those people are starting to realize maybe that too, that, wait a minute, this isn't what we thought it was. Because if you start to read a little bit about ICP, it's like, this isn't the blockchain that all these other assets are contributing to. So that's kind of my quick take on ICP. Never really bought into it. I'm not invested in it. Don't plan on being invested.
I agree. I kind of peripherally, whatever. I didn't dig too deep into them, and I think that, again, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think that's it. But obviously, the market's reacting. I mean, they are just plummeting like a rock. I mean, I think they're the biggest 7-day loser, percentage down period. And so somebody had asked about that. So
yeah,
that's why. Yeah,
good question. Yeah, down 47% in the 7-day, another 11% today. Yeah, just getting crushed, almost out of the top 20. Things like Theta and Polygon and Chainlink, those are three that I really like in the top 20, just as a side note. I know a lot of people like Solana. I don't have a real, deep opinion yet on Solana, but it's got its own kind of hub, if you will, and I think its own ecosystem. So it's one that I want to watch. I know you said similarly, Polkadot is one that you're kind of watching closely.
I like Polkadot. Again, I'm not too deep into them yet from an investigative standpoint. I've kind of just looked at their overall website, a little bit at their white paper, and I like obviously they're one of the top cryptos out there. And it's one that I'm going to be looking at in the near future is really what I would say. I can't sit here and really speak too eloquently right now, too deep on Polkadot. Polkadot. Say that really fast.
Polkadot.
Okay, all right. That's kind of where I'm at on them. But I do think there's something there.
Yeah. So Max Wynn says, I finally was able to catch the bottom of the Shiba dip yesterday. That's always a good feeling. Got in there at 0.55 level. Got in there at the 0.55 level, which that is a nice catch. And I feel pretty confident in my investment. I would too at that level, 0.55 level on Shiba. That's pretty nice. Sharma says, any opinion on Shiba Swap's impact on Shiba Inu? So if it were to come out, what kind of impact, how much of a catalyst would it be? I think it would certainly be a catalyst.
We talked about this briefly when we started, but we're up to got a lot more viewers. I think that, number one, amen, hallelujah, praise God. Even if you're not religious, when it happens, right? Because that is the validity check for Shiba. When the day 100%. that comes out, all the scam crap goes away. Okay, 100%. Number one. Number two, do I believe when it hits, it'll go up? Hell yeah. My only concern wrapped around that is if it, like I said earlier, if it went live today, would we get a pump? Yeah, but the overall market pressure is just pushing everything down right now. And so, there's I look at the Reddit forum every now and then. I'm kind of glad it's not here right now because the overall market condition is just not that great. I mean, not that they're going to time the release of Shiba swap to, Bitcoin and Ethereum are green, but I think it'll pump when it comes out. I mean, absolutely.
Fam, who again, go ahead. Sorry.
It is the catalyst.
Number one, yeah. And I think down the road, I know a lot of speculative people, speculation is Robinhood or Coinbase. I like Robinhood. If I had to pick one of those two, I think it just lends itself to Shiba a little bit better. But down the road, I think those could be some longer catalysts. Fam, who's very intelligent, always dropping some good insight into the chat. Really appreciate you, Fam. Says Solana's really good. I've had some for a while. Very low gas fees, which is something that's becoming more and more important now in the space too. As we try to, at least Elon is kind of leading the charge in more eco-friendliness, and that's why a lot of these staking assets are being talked about. Do you think that's a trend that's going to continue through 2021? Yeah, talking about the proof of stake model and.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's where the entire industry is heading. Right? Ethereum, et cetera. I think that's, lowering of gas fees. Yeah. you know.
Amir says ICP founders own most of the coins, and they were recently released to be able to sell. Interesting insight there on ICP. Appreciate that. Crypto Knight says most new listings on Coinbase dropped quite a bit, but ICP listed right around the big drop in crypto. Another good point there. Let's see. What's up, Stone? How you doing? Hodl Shib, he says, forget about it. Check it again in 2025. I like that mindset. Kusai says, where do we buy those crypto? Every crypto is not in the same place, so it is kind of interesting. Now, CoinMarketCap, usually at the bottom, if you click like the asset itself, and it'll take you to the page. Usually, it'll tell you where you can get it. Usually, it'll say like Binance or KuCoin or what have you. But a quick Google search will help you out there too. Work Zay, what's going on? I did make 50 on a pump, but no, I couldn't. No, I just couldn't pull the trigger on ICP. I hear you there. I think you made 50 on a quick Shiba pump. And let's see here. What else we got in chat here? Tori McFarland says my whole theory. Okay, must have been something we said a little bit ago. What's your take on Baby Doge?
I don't have an opinion. Sorry.
Neither do I.
Is it? I'm assuming it's like a knockoff of Doge. I mean, like kind of like what is it? Doge Elon or Elon Doge?
There's so many of them, man. And this is what I tell my listeners, and I think you're probably in a similar boat. Listen, I like the community-based coins, but I only like a few. I like Doge. It's a top 10 asset. I like SHIB. It's cracked the top 25. Both of those seem like,
I got one I want to talk about. Okay, right. I'm going to throw you a curveball because I don't know if you're getting comments. And let's talk about this one.
Yeah.
I get a ton of people, and I haven't done a video yet. Kishu Inu. It was the first knockoff of Shiba that came along, and I think it's actually been doing well. I have not followed it. I've looked at I went and looked at their website, and it looked like they already have their exchange up, things like that. But I haven't really. But that's, I think, probably the only other community coin, meme coin that's come along that might have some credibility to it. But that's the sum total of what I know. Okay.
I'm with you. Yeah. And it did cross over the $1 billion market cap at least one time. Now, that was before, that was probably about 2 weeks ago when it did that.
Yep.
I don't know exactly where it stands today. So, I mean, that's a big threshold, getting over that $1 billion market cap. But, something I, do quite a bit on the live streams, when it's just me and the listeners here, I pull up Google Trends because I think you can learn a lot from that kind of data. For those of you out there, YouTube is owned by Google. So when you're looking at data on Google Trends, you're looking at the two most popular websites in the entire world, Google and then YouTube. So, you could type in, and you can go back and look at some of my old videos on this, old live streams, you'll see this. Go ahead and do it. Put in, Shiba Inu versus Kishu Inu versus Akita Inu versus Alaska Inu versus SafeMoon. See what the results are. You'll see that the most researched one, by far and at large still, if you take it out 30 days, take it out 7 days, it's Shiba Inu. And I know that's not everything, that's not the entire story, but to me, in my analysis, that's a big part of the story because what do you do before you invest in something, before you put money in? You usually kind of search it. You usually say, what is this? What's going on here, right? So it's something I put a lot of stock into, and that's kind of my quick take on these other Inus, if you will. And SafeMoon, I think it's a pretty good community too. If I had to put up the top 3 communities, it would be Doge in terms of the community-based coins. It would be Doge, it would be Shiba, and it would be SafeMoon. Those would be my top 3.
I agree. And cards on the table, I always shoot straight with everybody, you including my viewers, that I did cover SafeMoon a little bit early on, and I haven't done a SafeMoon video yet. I know there's a guy here on YouTube, can't remember his name, but he only covers SafeMoon, and he does a darn good job of it. If you just type in SafeMoon, you'll see him. All his content's SafeMoon only. I honestly can't speak to SafeMoon recently as to where they're at. What I did back in the day, which was 3 weeks ago, I love that they were doing weekly AMAs. They were very vocal. The founders, are out front and center. I mean, they're absolutely, there was some FUD around SafeMoon. They were hitting it head on. I love that they were out there, conversely, compare and contrast against Shiba, right? The founders, the dev team, everybody was out there. And that's the sum total of what I know. But I think SafeMoon is worth going back and looking at for my channel for video's sake, because I know there's a lot of interest in that. Mm-hmm. But I think I would agree with you. I think to bring this back home to where you started this conversation is that Uh, you have to go back to the baseline. Why do people put money into these speculative coins like Shiba, Kishu, SafeMoon? They're viewing it, let's just call it what it is. They're viewing it as a lottery ticket, right? Or better than a lottery ticket. I can put $100 in and I get 30 million tokens, whatever. I mean, I get it. And I'm okay with that. Again, with all the predicates around, put money in if you can afford to lose and all that kind of stuff. But I think that you also can go really, really, really far down that proverbial rabbit hole and too far down. I think that you said it yourself. You shouldn't be too far down there.
Right.
Pick 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever your number is, or you could have 5 or 6 or 7, put $20 in each of them respectively, okay, and you're just betting on them. But I think don't put every single dollar you have, if you're going to put into crypto, into speculative coins is really what I'm saying, right?
100%. 100%. Couldn't agree more. One Day Be Good says, just going to hold SHIB until it either drops or gives us massive profit. It's halfway down from where I bought in anyway, so yeah, I got to hold. I agree with that take. Shibishin, I like the name, Shibishin. Buy it in MetaMask to avoid the transfer fees of transferring from another wallet, so good insight there. 7A's, as I like to call him, he's always in here. He's just got 7 A's all in a row, so that's his name. He says MetaMask as well. Tori McFarland, I was talking about SHIB pulling out of the hole before swap releases. Okay. Tori's another one, always in the live chat. Thanks so much, Tori. Anybody new here too, like, subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Austin's channel, go head over there, check out. He's got a ton of great content. Timothy says FEG is one that has an exchange and staking. I've been hearing more and more about FEG. I don't know if you've seen this in your comments on your videos too.
I have, and I'm, you know what? I'm going to make a note of it. I'm literally writing it down. I need to look at that. So it's coming out more and more. FEG token. Yep.
And they're saying now that it's an undervalued token. We got a couple of people mentioning it here in chat. It's one that has an exchange and staking already. At least that's coming from Timothy Elizondo. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tim, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Stone says 8,000 SHIB right now to transfer. So it's 8,000 SHIB right now to transfer. I'm not sure where he's transferring out of, but we did touch on that earlier on the stream that, just be careful in terms of transferring out right now into a wallet. There are some high fees. So right now I'm just going to hold in crypto.com because I hear it's like 5 million to transfer out of there. Of course, wish I would have had that information before I put money in. But what are you going to do? Carl says, any thoughts for Bittorrent coin? There's another one, Austin. I get quite a bit. Bittorrent coin?
I got a real active member in my Patreon group that mines Bittorrent. And here's the thing, cards on the table. When I first saw it pop up, I mean, a 50-year-old guy, right? I always like to laugh at myself. Bittorrent's been around since the dawn of the internet time. When I saw it, I'm like, is that the same Bittorrent, like the download thing?
That's
and
the file sharing, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, holy crap. And when I looked into it, I'm like, well, I love BitTorrent, the whole file download sharing thing. And I like it for that reason. I've got a guy over there in my group that is a pretty big fan of it. He mines it, things like that. I think BitTorrent the use case is pretty straightforward. It's the crypto of the BitTorrent world. If I'm remembering correctly, that they're, if you're what am I trying to say? In the BitTorrent world, if you're seeding and things like that, that whole torrent download thing,
right.
You can be paid in BTT and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
I like it. Is what I'm saying.
It's cool.
I don't own any, but I might put a couple $100 into it because I like BitTorrent. I mean, it's like that's what it does.
And Tron is related to BitTorrent as well, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
And Tron is Tron's been an interesting one. That's it has some interest. It has quite a bit of interest. It's kind of like XRP. It's kind of like on an island. You've got some people that are super, super passionate about it, but then a lot of people who are just like, nah, not so much.
Yeah, I agree.
But Workzay says, I have billions of Kishu Inu, so there you go. Deep Ground says, I have my SHIBs on Binance. Should I move it to wallets now? Somebody else might have a better answer for you here on this Deep Ground, because to be quite frank about this, I'm just holding mine in crypto.com. And from what I'm hearing, the fees are pretty high, but I know a lot of other people in the chat here are moving to wallets, so somebody should be able to help you out there. Charles Bills OG, what about Everapedia Coin IQ?
Don't know anything about it.
Haven't heard that one. Okay, so I think we're honestly, guys, Sheep should be your smallest holding, says Stone. I agree with Stone there. I agree with that take. I do think, sure, if you want to put, a few $100 in there or even less than that, the reward can be enormous, right? That's what I'm doing. I can personally say that, I don't have thousands of dollars in there. I've got a couple $100 in there that I'm willing to lose, right? But the potential benefit, if this thing and when this thing gets to 1 cent, I mean, yeah, I'll throw $100 in there, a couple $100. So that's kind of the way I'm kind of approaching it. Queen Rain says hello. Hey, how you doing? Rookie, is Coinbase a good platform? I would say, yeah. I like Coinbase. Coinbase Pro also has lower fees, so if you want to upgrade to that, that is kind of nice.
It's harder to use the interface in Coinbase Pro, but yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it takes a little bit more getting used to on the Coinbase Pro interface. But for right now, if you're just getting started, I would say Coinbase is a good start. Betty actually comes in and says,
"Hold on, I do want to. I want to give a shout out because there's another guy on here on YouTube that I love. It's called the Coin Bureau.
Gotcha.
Man, his stuff is amazing. He's got a video. He's got a series of videos, guys, specifically talking about where he compares and contrasts Coinbase versus Binance versus KuCoin. He does a really, really good job of, like, if you're brand new in, should you start on Coinbase or Binance or whatever? And he talks about all the different versions, like even like if you're in Europe versus the US. My point to you is that he's got some really great content. And if you're into crypto on YouTube, you need to be subscribing to Guy. His name is Guy over at Coin Bureau, and he's got 1 million+ subscribers. He doesn't need our help, but his stuff is good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, go check him out.
Good stuff. I want to get to one thing because I remember this now just scrolling down on CoinMarketCap. Somebody asked about Theta Fuel, and yes, it is connected to Theta. Those are the two tokens over there, and that's the #1 player in the NFT space. These are two assets I am looking to get. In fact, I'm watching Theta Fuel here closely. They were up 20 to 30%. They were up over 50 cents, up over 60 cents not too long ago, and they're definitely ones I'm watching. Those are two that I want to add to my portfolio very, very soon. I also like to get more Cardano, so I'm watching that dip right now as well because I think it'll be a big summer for Cardano into the fall. So Queen Rain says, welcome everyone. Welcome back, Queen. I know you're in here quite a bit. Lou as well, what's going on? I bought some AMP coin. That's another one. That's been doing good on Coinbase. Just came to Coinbase. The AMP coin still up 41% here. You can see this on screen. Still up 41% here in the 1 week. Down a little bit today, 11%. But
yeah, they're moving up, man. I think that catalyst. Yep.
Coinbase. Yep. Coinbase is the #1 exchange in the United States, guys. #1 place to buy and sell crypto in the U.S. Of course, they're not everywhere yet, but they're continuing to grow. Now they're publicly traded on the stock market too, so a lot of people even like their stock. That's another interesting way. If you want to dip your toes into crypto and you don't just want to jump right in, you can go get some Coinbase stock and you have a pretty nice piece of crypto in that way too. So what else do we got? Okay, we caught up there. Seriously, check out Fake Token. It has a big community. Mr. Bud, he's somebody with a lot of knowledge too. So I think Austin and I both will probably be looking into Fake Token here and just to kind of see what's going on with that. It seems like it is a growing community. What else do we got? Charles, what about, okay, that's another coin I don't even want to address. Sorry, if they're way out there, guys, we're not on them yet, or we might never be on them. Josh says, buy crypto now. Every day the dollar weakens and stocks and cryptos get higher. In 5 years, you're either going to have it now or a lower price or get it higher, and with the dollar wearing, okay. So basically just saying the dollar's weakening, get into the space if you can. I bought some more SHIB yesterday when it dropped to 583 FAM. So a lot of people got it under 6, which, it had some support there, Austin, at 6. When it broke that, I feel like a lot of people had the same thoughts of getting it right then and there.
Yeah, but but I think like we talked about earlier on, Zach, and I know we have a lot of people join since we talked about SHIB. All indicators are is that it may go down a little bit more. I mean, when I looked at my TradingView chart this morning, we had gone down, and then now we're settled into a kind of a sideways consolidation pattern. There was only about 9 hours worth of data. But my point is that, where Doge goes, Shiba goes, and if the overall market continues to have pressure on it like we're seeing, SHIB could go down a little bit more. And I'm not trying to, this is not a FUD statement. I'm not trying to be the doom and gloom guy. I'm just trying to be the realist here. is that we could see a little bit lower lows. And I'm just saying it, you know.
No, 100%, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. And you know, one thing I've watched, and I know you kind of watch these various levels. One thing that's a telltale sign is after it spikes back up, is it's setting higher highs. Right now, it's not. It's setting lower highs. So I mean, we've got a trend line where the dips are bigger than the spikes back up, and you know, we need a catalyst. Let's be quite frank about it. We need a positive catalyst. We need Shiba Swap.
Yeah.
We need something to ramp up money coming in, because right now, you know, I think you got long-term holders sitting there, but then a lot of people kind of just getting out. Maybe they made a little bit of money, or they're cutting their losses right now. Not a lot of new money coming in. Now, down the road, I think, you know, there's certainly spikes that will take place, but for me, you know, the patient investor always wins, right? Patience is a virtue.
I think you just said it, man. I think the retail money, so to speak, has left the crypto market. I mean, the overall crypto market, I think, is down a little bit, you know, 1.5 trillion or whatever it is right now. And but the long and short of it is, I think that the crypto market, there's somebody that dropped a comment on one of my videos. It's something like, make money in May and go away in June. That's an old saying. It's been around the stock market for a while. It's like where kind of June historically has kind of not been good.
Yep.
And man, I don't know if that's really real or not, but my point is that we're certainly seeing it right now. And I think that the retail investor is left building for a little bit, you know, the new retail money. You know?
I agree. Hey, just a quick question. Do you have Dogecoin? Do you own Doge?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you have you been holding for a while? Did you get in recently, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I bought back in. So I started covering Dogecoin right before about 6 weeks ago. I know, like a million years ago, right? Before Elon went on, and I bought in at around 35, 40 cents.
Okay.
No, yeah, somewhere in that area. I bought some more around the 55, 60. And you know, and then I'm kind of looking at, you know, obviously I'm upside down, but I'm looking at buying more I'm going to buy some for my Patreon thing over there, my Patreon members. But I think that Doge is going to go lower. Like I've been saying, and again, not FUD, not doom and gloom. It is what it is. I think that Doge is probably going to drop a little bit lower because of the overall market conditions. If we hit where are we at right now? If we hit 26, 27 cents, I'm going to buy some more. And that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, because I have about $500 worth of SHIB, and I've got about 1,000 in Doge and things like that. But I think, I'm probably going to put at least 500 to 1,000 into Doge. You know, again, spread my risk, right? And it will definitely not be my largest holdings by any means. My largest holdings, guys, are going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polygon, those coins out there that have all those use cases built around them that we've been talking about at length here, which this has been an amazing discussion. I love this. So, by the way, guys, this is my first live stream I've ever done. So this has been kind of cool as hell. So I'm going to start doing them on my channel, and I'm just going to tell you guys, Zach's teaching me because I don't know how to stream.
And I'll tell you guys, so I met Austin, literally, I sent him an email. I sent you an email, 2 days ago, I think?
Yeah.
A couple of days ago, and I said, you know what? He might answer, but he might not. I was like, you know, maybe we could do a live stream together, because I watch a lot of Austin's content, realize that a lot of people over there slowly were checking out my channel. Of course, I'm a little bit behind in terms of, you know, getting the numbers up and things like that. And man, we talked yesterday for 3 hours on the phone. It was a great conversation, just learning from each other. So I learned a lot from you yesterday. So this is awesome, man. I think it's a lot of fun. And we've had a lot of people stop in and out. And even in the chat, you know, Strack3 says, love you guys. Keep up the good work. That's why we're doing this, guys. We're super grateful for everybody in the community. Without you guys, we wouldn't be doing it. We'd just be talking to ourselves, right? But Timothy says, thanks, guys. Got to run. Tim, thanks for hanging out. Oh, and Mad4 says he's the mining guy. He's that guy.
He is. He's my guy.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to divulge his name, and he's probably laughing at me. He's over in Scotland, and he's cool as hell. But he's got a mining rig in the shed, and it's like he showed me pictures of it, and it's like it's like all these wires going everywhere and all this stuff. And I'm like, holy crap, man. And he's mining Bittorrent every day. He's awesome guy over in my group. So he's cool as hell.
Nice. Great stuff. The Queen Rain says, I speak Arabic. Does anyone understand it? I know a few words. How about Yalla Habibi? That's all I got. Puppet Master. Okay. Michael says, or Michelle, I'm sorry. Michelle says, Shiba Safe Moon stream. Ada loves it. So thank you so much, Michelle. Thanks for stopping by. Dead on entry. She won't go up before ETH goes up. Interesting take there. She won't go up until ETH goes up. It is running on the ETH platform. Thoughts on that?
Okay. That's an interesting, I haven't really thought about that. That's an interesting kind of corollary. I mean, yes, it runs on ETH and gas fees and all that other stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. I really think, and I've said this at length, I really think that SHIB is tied to Doge. I mean, if you guys want proof of that, go over to my channel, Austin Hilton, and go watch my Shiba video I put up this morning. Mm-hmm. And I think Zach, I would tell Zach to do the same thing. Get a TradingView account. I think he already has it, but he doesn't do it on the videos yet. But get a TradingView, because I've incorporated those about 3 weeks ago. But my point is, on my TradingView account, I have a SHIB TradingView window, and I have a Doge trading window, and I do it hour by hour, and they are exactly lockstep together in exactly the same patterns.
Wow,
that's really my answer. It's a fantastic question. I get why the question was answered, right? SHIB is on the ETH network. I get that, but to me, they're really tied to Doge. That's really where that's it.
Interesting.
But here's what I would say. I'm sorry, but Doge is tied to Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Right. So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, everything kind of comes back to Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, it does. Well, and Ethereum, but yes.
Yeah. So and also too, if you read a little bit on their website, Shiba Inu's website, that is. So the Bone token was actually supposed to be a stable coin pegged to Dogecoin.
Right.
And of course, it's got the the Dogecoin. Dogecoin blank. I don't want to say it because here on the stream, but it's meant to hurt Dogecoin, right? So there's definitely some kind of connection there. What that is, again, I wish we had some more information on that. I wish we had a little bit more transparency from the devs, but. Man, who knows? Maybe when Shiba Swap comes out, maybe everything's out in front, and then the dev team really, lets us know what's going on. Real quick, as you were talking about your channel, I just want to pull this over real quick. So here's Austin's channel. Make sure you check him out here. He's closing in on 60K, so help him get there. Putting out some great content. So, you like that?
Man, look at the black. I like the black.
Looks sweet. Yeah. I always keep the night mode on, man. It's always better on my eyes.
Yeah. That's cool.
All right, so Michael says 75 million, going to hold. There you go. I've got 30 million. I'm holding with you. Still over 300 people in here, so thank you so much. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We've had almost up to 400, I think, at one time. So GEM protocol is very undervalued. GEM protocol, very undervalued. Just been listed 1 million market cap. So maybe another one we got to keep our eye on. One Day Be Good is laughing at something. Not sure who said what, but we're making you laugh, so that's good. I'm going to hold. Mad4, your guy says he's holding. 7A's says, if you're reading this, invest into a token that'll be in video games. If you know, you know. Interesting there.
What was that?
He said, if you're reading this, this is 777 or 7A's as I like to call him. He always drops some interesting tidbits in here. If you're reading this, invest into a token that'll be in a video game. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I wish I did.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Well, GameStop, okay, one of the meme stocks on the stock market, which is skyrocketing, they're adding an NFT space. I don't know if you saw this yet. I'll try to pull this up on my other screen and then show everybody. I've pulled this up a few times on some live streams, and I think even also on some videos. But one of the reasons, or one of the areas they're trying to get into, and I think it's smart because they've got all this revenue and really nothing to sell at the moment because all these video games are digital, they're getting into the NFT space. And it's going to be running on Ethereum. So if that happens and it takes off, I think it's another positive catalyst for the NFT space and Ethereum. But I think this is interesting, and I'll pull this over. So check this out. GameStop NFT changed the game. There you see the big Ethereum icon here. So, and it says here if you scroll down a little bit, kind of interesting. Power to the players, power to the creators, power to the collectors. And actually, they're looking to build their team out right now. So they're taking resumes. So if you're somebody in marketing, somebody in designing, you can actually work for GameStop as they try to revolutionize their business. But yeah, video games. I think one day there's going to be some cryptocurrency involved. I just don't know what it's going to look like.
Oh, hell yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just, yeah, absolutely, right? And I mean, not to beat this into the ground, but I mean, again, adult industry, right? And I'm only saying this because it shows up on CoinMarketCap as some of the top trending stuff. And but I'm bringing it back to what you're saying. I mean, like, the adult industry is doing the exact thing. They're building these cryptocurrencies to incorporate into like tipping and all that kind of stuff inside of their environments, right?
Right.
So my point to you is it comes back directly to what you're saying, is that crypto going into games is coming. And the only thing that might stop it is the creators of the games. Well, they want dollars. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody who can speak more eloquently to it than I can, but I could see it coming as a currency to be used inside of the gaming environments. The question would be, who would be creating that currency? Would it be like Microsoft for the Xbox platform and Sony and so forth? And whether or not they decide, but they do that. But I think that's something that's absolutely possible. Absolutely.
Something else, I think you're spot on there. And I think, something else kind of within that, a little bit different. I think something else that's coming, because this is an industry on itself that's growing like crazy. Esports. Esports is blowing up. It's already more popular in the United States than baseball and hockey combined.
Yeah.
So esports is coming. I think eventually people are going to bet on esports using some kind of cryptocurrency. I think that is going to be a thing too. And who knows, maybe all betting websites, even your DraftKings, your FanDuels of the world, I could see that being bet with cryptocurrency. Why not?
It being one option, sure. Still bet with dollars and currency, but yeah, absolutely. I don't see, I hadn't even really thought about that, but that's a very valid point. I mean, it's the evolution of crypto. I mean, you see it happening everywhere, right? Yeah, you bet. I think it's absolutely coming.
All right, let's get back to chat. So buy good use case coins and you won't go wrong. I agree there with Stone. Good comment there. Josh says, just get Doge and Ethereum Classic and Litecoin. The rest are for people with above average income. Okay, interesting insight there. Josh, welcome to the stream. The Queen Rain, I did not understand your comment there. Sorry, he typed in Arabic, so I didn't get that, or she typed in. I like the use case. Just read the uses on their website. Interesting there. That's from your guy Mad4. Any other SHIB I buy will be on MetaMask from now on. You'll be able to connect that wallet to ShibaSwap on the release. So good insight there. I feel like it might go up. Puppet Master says. Yes, Tron owns BTT. Okay, I thought I was correct in saying that earlier. Thanks, Tim, for clarifying that. One day be good. You need a few stable coins to balance it out if you're into unstable crypto. Let's kind of dissect that a little bit. So a lot of people's strategy, once they make some money and they maybe see crypto winters coming or things are kind of going down, a lot of people will hold their money and hold their funds into stable coins until they get those dips again that they like. Is that a strategy you use, or how else do you utilize stable coins?
If I'm understanding the question correctly, it's more of like a buy and hold strategy. Is that what you're asking me? So sorry.
Yeah. So I've heard more and more people kind of, let's say like we flip, let's say we get in on like a Polygon and we make some money and then we get like some kind of sign that says, hey, it's going to go down for a little while here. So we take our profits and we just put our profits over in a stable coin. And then we leave our initial investment kind of going, and then maybe add on to Polygon to our open position when things dip to the levels we want to buy back. I feel like more and more people are using stable coins in that way.
Yeah, I think it comes down to what type of, so really to do that, you have to be paying attention, right? I mean,
you got to be swing trading quite a bit.
Well, yeah, you just got to be paying attention. You kind of got to be in the know, and you got to be paying attention. You got to really know what's going on with Polygon or Cardano. You got to know there. You got to be pretty deep into trend line analysis and chart analysis. I mean, not like you have to be like a PhD in it or anything like that. But my point is that you have to be paying attention. Okay,
Right.
and so if you want to do that and you're going to do that, cool, right? I tend to be more of, I'm paying attention because I'm creating content and because I care and because of all those things. And thus I will probably trade more because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also believe that there is that whole big, huge group of crypto coin holders that will just want to buy Doge or Shiba at a certain level, and they want to hold till it hits a strike point.
Right.
And so I think it depends on what kind of trader or what kind of, where you're after.
Yeah.
Somebody asked earlier, and I want to get to this. There was a question, and I'm throwing this one at you. You don't know what I'm about to say.
Oh, geez.
Doge or Shiba? Go.
I can only have one.
Yeah.
And I mean, do I get to hold both till 2025?
That's not my question, brother. It's all from here.
Oh,
Doge
man.
or Shiba? You can't hedge Doge or Shiba.
I need more.
Yeah, I know my answer.
Well, Doge.
Me too.
Yeah, Doge.
Doge. Because of everything we said, use case, etc. Should you have a little bit of Shiba? Sure, it's speculative, right? It's way more speculative.
Agree 100%.
But if you're talking about a buy and hold, Doge.
Doge.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Anyway.
And I'm with you on that, Austin, too. I'm trying to add more Doge. I love it under 30. If that thing dips under 30, I'm looking to pile in. My open position right now is at like 33 cents. Dude, I got burned. I mean, I had this thing back at 1 cent. I was in on it late December. Now, I made a little profit. I mean, I sold it when it came up to like 8 cents or 9 cents. So I made a good amount. And I had a lot back then because back then it was 1 cent or a little less.
What? What was this again?
I had Doge at 1 cent and a little bit less than.
Holy crap! Really?
I had it back in late December when Elon first was tweeting about it, and I sold it like what I thought was the top at like 8 cents, 9 cents, and then obviously I didn't hold it long enough, dude. If I'd have held on,
you bought it at 1 and sold it at 8 and 9.
Yeah, and I had quite a bit, so I made a pretty penny on it. I mean, I made a nice little stack that I ended up like basically getting a couple Ethereum tokens with. But what it would have been if I'd have held it, dude. We're talking like upwards to 100K. And dude,
what did you buy?
It's kind of
brutal. What did you? How much? What was that strike point on Ethereum? I bought Ethereum when it was back around 1,700.
I got into Ethereum. Initially at about 11 or 12.
There you go.
So I was pretty happy with that. Dude, I remember looking at it when it was like 600, 700, and I was still trying to learn more about it. I'm like, is this really going to be a competitor of Bitcoin? But, you can't take those back. I mean, I still got in at a price where I'm pretty happy with.
Well, and I want to bring that back to like the Cardanos and the Polygons of the world. And you always got to look at it and go, freaking, what is this? Cardano. Cardano's $1.46.
Dude.
Come on, guys. Let's call this. I mean, here's it is, right? Let's just lay the cards on the table and Texas saying, let's just cut the bullshit, right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know it's G-rated, but that's not a bad one.
No,
it's if you're like, all right, fine, put $100 into Cardano and you'll get, don't do math in public. You'll get what? 50 tokens?
Yeah. Give or take.
Yeah, more than that, but the ballpark. I don't do math in public, right? And but that's my point. Is that always bring it back to the fact that it's $1.50, and there you go. And but you should own some Bitcoin and Ethereum as well.
And here's the thing. I mean, this is I said this earlier, and this is maybe you can kind of add a little insight to this too if you want to. I was saying like I think Cardano's going to be number 3 in market cap. Like you look at where they're at. Okay, they're 46. Yeah. What's ahead of them? Binance Coin, which really fluctuates, but doesn't really move past 55, even on the high end. I mean, a couple good catalysts for Cardano. I think it jumps Binance Coin. I think it jumps Tether, which is the stable coin. I mean, I think this could be a 70 billion market cap late this summer, and we're looking at Cardano as a mainstay in that top 3. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility at all. I
think your number of 5 that you said earlier is a very, doable. I mean, again, like my disclaimer is that the market has to go the right way. We got to get green and blah blah blah, right? But I agree, and I mean, there's people that are talking about Cardano at 10, by the end of the year.
Yep.
Will it get there? I don't know, but 5 I think is very reasonable, and it's just we got to we know smart contracts are coming for Cardano in August, September. I think buying in it. Like if I was sitting on the sidelines right now and I had dry powder, which I do, and I'm about to get in for the full portfolio I'm building over for my group, is that here's what I want to say. I'm sitting there going, should I buy it at $1.46? Okay. Or let's say I was going to put $500 into Cardano just for discussion's sake. I always kind of get wrapped around this axle, and this is important for our viewers. I always get wrapped around this axle of like, okay, man, I'm going to wait till it gets to $1.25, and then I'm going to buy. Well, come on, seriously, a quarter difference is not that hell of a lot,
Right.
And I sometimes have to I want them to hear me say that I have to kind of go, are you serious, man? You're going to wait till it gets like to $1.25, and then that's not, I mean, somebody do the math. I mean, you're putting 500. That's probably not that much more tokens that you get. You get my point, right?
100%. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're thinking like long term too, right? Like if your exit strategy is $10 or $15 or whatever that, I mean, I mean, you're still going to make those gains. So sometimes, I think you're right. Sometimes it's better just to get in, open a position. You can always buy the dips once you're in. Cardano's been fluctuating at like that 160, 165 level. So like I could make an argument right now that 146 is a pretty solid price.
I think it's a great price.
Yeah,
and
under 150.
I think we might drop to 130s, maybe. I mean, again, I'm just guesstimating on Cardano as an example, because of the overall market conditions. You just had somebody ask about ANKR, ANKR.
Yeah. This one comes up quite a bit. It's a top 100. I had looked at this many times before. I've never jumped into it, but I think it's still barely in the top 100. We'll take a look at it. It's one that comes up quite a bit. Telecoin. Somebody's also asking about Telecoin. They had a nice run up recently, and I know that one's kind of been in the news a little bit. Telecoin is an interesting one. Decentraland, I'll say this is one that I love. This is in the NFT space, Mana, Decentraland. So the whole idea here with Decentraland, for those of you who haven't heard me talk about this, it's buying virtual real estate. Okay, so think about that. So you can't buy the house of your dreams in real life, but you can do it virtually, right? Now, it sounds crazy, but we're in this space now where NFTs are selling for $4 million, so how crazy is it? I think it's a really cool idea. I like it. I really like it. And I think like it brings in the virtual reality kind of thing where that's growing. It brings in the gaming aspect. It's almost like a real life Sims where you can then once you have your land, you can build your house and you build your garden that you've always wanted. And sounds a little out there, sounds a little spooky, but I think it could be big. Decentraland's one of the top ones in the NFT space too. I think it's ranked number 4 in market cap right now. Engine Coin right there. These two, I like them both. Right there at 71 and 72. But Anchor is Digibyte's another one in the NFT space that's up there. That's pretty solid.
Dogs are about to start barking. Amazon Prime just pulled up in front of my house. My dogs are about to lose their crap. By the way, I got a hard stop in about 10 minutes, man.
Oh, gotcha, brother. Yeah, dude, this has been awesome. Anchor must be out of the top 100, actually, believe it or not. So, haven't got into it. I don't have a lot of strong feelings. You on Anchor?
I don't know. I don't know it, so I don't know Anchor. ANKR.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the thing, dude. 10,200 plus cryptos out there,
Dude.
right? I mean, holy cow. Okay,
Yeah.
So, but the fact that it's funny, you and I really hadn't compared notes, right? And before this, and like we do kind of like the similar ones, like, and we are aware of like the Kishas, the Fegs, the BTTs. I think these are the ones that are kind of everybody's, the HODLs, the HODLs, and, those are all the, so they're aware. You just got go ahead and grab that question. I know you got to grab that one there.
Yeah. Okay, so, did we get a super chat?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, super chat. Gary Kelly, thanks so much for the super chat. Guys, do you think Super Doge has Doge potential in the long run?
I don't know.
Listen, Gary, I'm so, thank you so much for the super chat. But we don't know much about Super Doge, man. I mean, we're invested in Doge. So my short answer would be stick to the ones you know, man. Sometimes it's just don't make it more difficult on yourself than it already is, right?
But I would say I get it. Okay, so let's talk about this real quickly. Let's talk about this whole speculative coin thing and Super Doge and Elon Doge and Kishu and blah, 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 blah. Okay. And because Jerry brings up a good question.
Yeah, I said Gary. Sorry about that.
I hope
Jerry.
I'm saying it right. Yeah. But I always like to say I get it. It's one of those, it's brand new. You can for $50 you can get 500 million coins. And I do understand that. And I think if you go into it, I have a saying, if you go into it, Jerry, as an example, I'm just going to use your name because you asked the question. If you go into it, my saying is eyes wide open. I think I got that from my grandfather. I don't know. But if you go into it eyes wide open, meaning like, hey man, regardless, Jerry, of how we feel or don't feel about Super Doge, I realize you're asking because we're talking about it. But there's 10,000 plus cryptos out there, and there's brand new coins every single day. I'll give you guys a little peek behind the curtain. And Zach and I talk about this every day, guys. I get 4 to 5 emails a day. These are with brand new coins asking for me to do a sponsorship on my channel, which, by the way, I never will. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about those. They're brand new ICOs. And I don't want to do a sponsorship for XYZ token and tell you guys, hey, this is a brand new one and I'm sponsored, blah, blah, and it turns out to be a con or a scam or whatever.
Right.
So my point is if you want to go put some money into Super Doge, put $20 into it, call it a day. And it's like you bought a lottery ticket and you're good. Okay. Yep. Don't put $1,000 into it. If you can afford $1,000, if $1,000's like $10 to you, then fine. But that's how you should look at these really speculative coins. Yep. And I say that about Shiba. I say that about Kishu. And safely, I am not dissing or slamming any of those respective coins, but that's how Zach and I look at these coins, like these really new kind of speculative coins. Now, if Super Doge has some really cool use case around it that I'm not aware of, then maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but it's probably a brand new speculative coin. There you go.
Yep, I think you killed it. I think you nailed it. Let's Telecoin. A lot of people are talking about Telecoin. Telecoin, personally, I'm thinking will be huge. A lot of people like it. And again, that's one that's like 2 cents. You can get you can throw $20 in there, throw $30 in there, and just let it ride. So. Thank you for answering. Yeah, no problem. All in one. Mubin, will Shiba go up or did we lose our money? It's a tough one. We do believe it'll go back up. I've said by the end of 2021, what I would like to see is let's get back to close to all-time highs. I've been saying this over the past couple of weeks. I know everybody wants to see it get to a half cent like tomorrow. It's not feasible. It's not going to happen like that. But if we can get close to all-time highs by the end of the year, I think that's a win, personally.
I agree.
Brent, that could be huge. Cleveland Randy says it can't hurt to throw a few bucks at Shiba or any other altcoins. I had a great run the past 2 days on Kishu Inu. More than doubled my coins, selling at the high and waiting for the drop. So there you go. Nice job by Cleveland Randy. Appreciate the comment there. You guys are 2 of my favorites. BCY4123, appreciate the kind words. Make sure, if you're not already subscribed to Austin's channel, make sure you head over there and push him up to 60K. And this is our first live stream together, and I think we're already building a pretty cool rapport.
We're gonna do more of these. This has been cool as hell. So probably here's the thing. Zach already knows it. He's like, "What the hell are you about to say, dude?" We're gonna do it on my channel next time, and because I'm gonna help promote Zach because he needs to grow his following. So if you haven't already done so, subscribe to this man. He's cool as hell, etc. And we're gonna do it over my channel next. So just stay tuned for that. So
yep, sounds good, brother. And that's news to me too, everyone. So. That sounds awesome. And hey, Austin, cut me off when you got to go. I'm just gonna keep reading through.
I need to book, guys. I'm sorry, I got to leave. We've been here for like 2 hours, and you're right, Zach.
Time flies when you're on here.
Time flies. So I'm gonna start doing live streams on my channel, guys. Zach's gonna teach me. He's teaching me the technical bits and all that, which I think I got it ready to go. So yeah, I'd love to see you there. Zach and I are going to continue to. We might even do one of these a week or so, or more, or whatever. This has been cool. It's a heck of a lot easier to bounce off of each other when you're doing these live streams.
Dude, yeah, 100%, man. It's been a ton of fun, and a lot of people saying good evening. So we got people from all around the globe in here. That's super cool. Thanks, guys. Timothy. Yeah, I'm going to get up on out of here too. I will have another video coming out later this afternoon. Austin, are you going to have another video coming out later, or?
I've got 2 that I launched this morning.
Okay.
I'll probably depending upon what's going on, with Shib and Dogecoin, may or may not do another one tonight. But I might try to do a live stream later today. But I've got family stuff going on today, so that's what I got going on.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you guys are the best. I live in Chicago, Illinois. All in one. Appreciate the kind words.
Somebody said you look nervous, Zach. I don't think you look nervous.
Okay, Workzay likes to give me a hard time. He's always in the live chat, so I think he's just he's twisting my arm a little bit. But
all right.
Kester says, great work, Zach. Appreciate that, Kester. And guys, we're going to get up on out of here. This has been a ton of fun. Thank you all so much. Make sure you guys go check out Austin's content and look forward to doing this again. So have a great day, everybody, and we will catch you in the next live stream. Thanks so much.
See you guys.